Hello guys, it's Termex here, and welcome back to another New World video. In today's video, I want to talk about healers, heavy armor, and or light armor, and what you healers should be using. The new update is out with the new life staff changes, the new light armor healing bonus changes, and all that kind of fun stuff. And I want to talk about if you as a healer that are probably watching this video should be using heavy or light armor now. Now, I'm going to first start off with heavy armor. If you are wearing your traditional heavy armor setup before the update, you are going to have all of the life staff nerfs on top of a 20% raw healing reduction to every single healing skill in the game. Now, I would have to say, if you haven't touched your build since the update, you are losing out on a 40-ish% healing decrease across the board, give or take a few percentages based on a few abilities. And your Paladin build might not be as strong as it used to be, and you're sitting here wondering why. How come I can't run my Paladin and be tanky anymore? I feel like they are really trying to sway away this Paladin meta and make it to where healers are more of a skill gap character. And I'm not saying that healers don't take skill. I do know they take a degree of brain power and actually helping your team that is coordinated. But I will say the healers that do this and then switch to a great axe, those are the healers I kind of want to smack in the face. But I do feel what they did is punishing the healers only healers. The healers that are out there that are only there for healing, and that's all they do. But it's also fixing the issue where people that aren't healers are jacking the role of a healer just to be immortal. So I think it's going to have the good healers shine a little brighter in the meta, and it's going to have the healers that aren't really healers basically be hindered to the point where they don't even want to do it anymore. So the first thing I do want to go over is with the new update, they said that light armor gets 30% additional healing. In my testing, at base, I wasn't getting 30% healing. I was getting 24% additional healing, which isn't terrible. It is not bad, but it's honestly not the best thing that you want to see up until you went to the higher healings. Now let me explain this. When you have a base setup, you know how you traditionally test healing if you had no points, no things on your armor. My Sacred was healing for about 300 a tick in heavy armor, and then I swapped over to light armor and it went over to 377. So the Sacred Ground and all the healing is definitely benefited from with light armor. I'm not going to deny that. It is working decently well. Is it working so well that you should swap over? I want to talk about that. Now, with heavy armor, I do want to mention that they nerfed Sacred Ground's ring. Look how tiny this is. With the life staff, look how tiny this ring is. That's going to be a lot harder to get your whole team into this one ring, and it's going to be harder to keep everybody healed because this ring is so much smaller. But one thing I noticed is with this ring, they kind of made it in a way to where it is the perfect size for countering Paladin builds. And why do I say this? Well, with this ring, Stinky Hatchet is the perfect AoE for this. Toxic Cloud is the perfect AoE for this, exactly inside it. I'm sure Rain of Arrows is the same exact way. The Sticky Bomb on Musket's AoE is the exact same size as this. There's a lot of things that are similar to this to where they can't hide in the corner of it and dodge a bunch of damage. They're making it a more upfront thing for when the Paladin players want to tank with this setup. But like I said before, with this setup, they're hindering the healers that are supposed to be healing. So let's say you're using light armor. You're healing with light armor, and this might be a weird feeling, but you get this super dodge in light armor, and it's different, right? But my problem here is Sacred gets a long cast, right? My problem here is when you cast something on a enemy, or even your friends, and you do all these abilities, what do you have for yourself in light armor? You're going to get targeted. You could roll away to get away from the people that are targeting your healer. But what happens when you're so far away from your main team because you're getting targeted that you're no longer healing for them? You're no longer helping your team anymore. Let's say this tree right here is my teammate, and I'm healing my teammate. And then this boar right here is a enemy that is pushing me off the point, right? That's my main team, but I'm getting chased by this enemy all the way away from my teammate. So how am I going to reach my teammate in order to heal him while I have some big dude with a great axe with 15,000 health hammering into me? And that's the thing. Sure, I could dodge him around. Sure, I am more survivable, but I'm not healing my team. So what's the entire point of wearing light armor when I'm doing that? Sure, you're getting a lot more healing out of it, but a healer isn't a healer if they're dead. And I think that's the main thing I want to talk about in this video. If you're a healer, you're not a healer if you're dead. Your team is better off getting a little bit of healing from you than they are getting no healing from you. So, me personally, I do think if you're a healer right now, give light armor a shot. Maybe you enjoy it, maybe you don't, but you will get a little bit extra healing from it. But like I said before, if you're skilled enough to dodge and somehow get people off of you and still maintain healings on your group, then by all means, ignore what I said and just do that. Do you and do what you want to do. But I would recommend still using heavy armor. Not for the Paladin meta. The Paladin meta is kind of dead at the moment. Void Gauntlet has the minus 50% overall healing debuff on top of all the nerfs, on top of Stinky Hatchet, stacking with that, which I don't know if it's a bug right now, but it is happening. This is making it harder for the Paladin builds to actually maintain their healing over time, but now we have a bunch of counters for these Paladin builds. And people are saying that Paladin isn't dead, but I use Void Gauntlet in a 1v1, and if you have that ability with the minus 50% healing, it is literally like the best counter to a Paladin build. But for traditional healers, I would recommend just stick with your heavy armor, okay? You are getting less healing. Bless did get a nerf, but we have to maintain the fact that our healers have to be alive. And if our healers aren't alive, it's just another body that is being wasted and we're getting no heals. I think we could all agree, maybe I'm wrong, but I would rather get some heals that are reduced than have to worry about my healer every 2 seconds that's getting targeted in one shot to the point where we have to go revive them so many times that we end up dying. So that's just my take on this. Healing is in a very weird spot right now. It's like they thought about the problem, but they didn't think about the people that were just normally being healers at the same time. So they did fix Paladins, but in the process, they made traditional healing a little bit harder on all of the healers out there. But you healers, let me know what you guys think. I don't really heal as much as I used to, and now with this change, I don't know if I'm going to be healing at all, to be quite honest with you. I'm kind of addicted to my dexterity bow builds. But you guys let me know in the comments. Do you think that this change is good? Do you think that it's bad? Do you miss Paladin? Do you wish that Paladin was never touched? You guys let me know in the comments down below, and I appreciate you guys watching this full video. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like down below so it spreads my content out to the New World community. Make sure you guys subscribe so you never miss out on another video from me. But you guys have a terrific day, and I will see you guys later.